Ituki, if you can introduce yourself, that would be really good.
So, hello everyone. My name is Tawhida Hussain. I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I have done NLP practitioner course before, and that's my introduction actually. My profession, I'm a teacher, and that's it.
Thank you, Tawhida. Ituki, over to you for your introduction.
Thank you. So like Tawhida, I'm also from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I am an MBBS and an MPH. I am a public health practitioner, and this is my first NLP training. Thank you, everyone. And my apologies, I won't be able to attend first half of the 5 days. Thank you for accommodating me.
Welcome, Dr. Ituki. Okay, so Tawhida is from Sylhet. She's not Dhaka, she's Sylhet, na? Tawhida? She doesn't know want to comment. Ask her no please. Find it. It's okay, so I'm so welcome back. It's okay, Tawhida. Welcome back. So we learned about filters. I will just repeat what we learned. So first of all, you might be wondering, I expected a question from you that why I wanted or requested all of us did meditate before we went for lunch. So one of the reasons is that even if you take, and this is helpful for everyone, and I have tried doing it, I have done it in fact, and I'm getting good results. That is just after studying anything, or just after any work, just close your eyes and be yourself for 2 minutes. Be yourself for 2 minutes. Right? The learnings that you have had, it would help them to get organized and get into your memory. Right? So there's a process. Hippocampus has the temporary memory, the cache of our mind. And the moment we close our eyes and meditate, so we did not do a simple just meditation, just close your eyes. We repeated what we did. And when we repeat and when we are in our alpha waves, right, the learnings are transferred into the prefrontal cortex that takes care. And chances are that the remembrance will be higher. So I was practicing this in there's another session that I was doing. And amazingly, the group where I trained them for 3 days, their retention was far, far higher than the groups which learned earlier. And I did it in the morning and after the session, right? And it did wonderfully work well. And I think as people, so I was listening to Shadna, Pravina, Venkataramu, Agumuni, and everyone, Tawhida, Imama. I think this is a very good practice which we can make a pattern of for us. Just even when you are teaching, ask your students just to close their eyes, whatever you have learned, and then be in silence for 30 seconds to 1 minute. It really helps. Right? Okay. So again, I will repeat what we did. We started with what is NLP, the origins of NLP, and then the skills particularly that NLP gives. The first one is calibration, second one is pattern detection, third one is rapport building, and the fourth one is state elicitation, where you can elicit a state. And I think the techniques are very important from negotiation point of view. from reducing conflicts, right? Once there is rapport, there is no conflict, right? And you will be amazed to know whether there is a conflict or not. Now listen to this carefully. Whether there is a conflict or not, there has to be agreement somewhere higher up the neurological levels will learn. There has to be an agreement of purpose, whatever the conflicts are. So the first thing which I told you is that all of us must be grateful that nothing is permanent. There is impermanence. That's why I shared the story of this will also pass. It's very, very important for being aware. Awareness precedes change. So when Shorna said something in the morning, I must congratulate Shorna, first of all. And also Tawhida. The awareness that they brought on the table, I think was great. If you're not aware, you can never change. You will not accept. Awareness is very, very important, and awareness precedes any change. And then we learned the meta programs, right? So the meta programs that we heard, which we learned about, let us repeat that. And meta programs are our filters of the mind. So we discussed that we receive information through our five senses. We process them in our mind, and then the output, the behavior, language, non-verbal and verbal language that takes place. Right? And in the processing, we have filters, just like the stainers when we have filtered tea. That's so 7 meta programs that we learned are towards and away. All of us do something towards pleasure and away from pain. So Agamani wanted to be away from helplessness and towards knowing. Shorna wanted to be away from anxiety and to be more, I think, calmer when she is dealing with her patients and when she is at home. We learned that towards and away. The second one was small chunk and big chunk. So we learned that those who look for the bigger picture or the bigger blocks are the big chunk. Those who get into minute details are small chunk. Also, if you see that in options and procedures, those who are procedural might be small chunk. And those who are in options might look at the bigger picture. Right? So you will find if you are into options, if you're agreeing to this, then the solution. So one story again, incident that I wanted to share with you. I was with Sue Knight, and I asked Sue, for all those who do not know Sue Knight is one of the greatest NLP mentors in the world, right? She is very closely associated with a lot of NLP traders, and I have learned from her also. So I asked her, Sue, will this work? She asked me a question, does this work for you? And I said, yes. Well, then she said, then it works. If it works for you, it works. A lot of times we look into others, what they are doing. What others are doing might work for us. That's why new discoveries are there. That's why creation is there. Otherwise, the word creation would not have been there if all of us would be doing the same thing. So that's why the word creation. Then we have the external and internal reference. Do we feel good when we get appreciated by others? Do we look for others' validation, or do we look for internal validation? And as I discussed, meta programs are very contextual, right? So we might be externally referenced in one place, internally in another. Even in personal life, I have seen a lot of people, a lot of children, externally referenced with father, internally referenced with mother. So it's contextual. It's a pattern, right? The next one is self and others. Am I more concerned about self or more about others? The next one is options procedures, whether I would like to do stepwise or would I like to be open. So, like Molly was telling me that every practitioner is so different. That is because while I am very procedural as far as planning my trainings, I depend on my optional strength of being optional when I train, right? So that's why, and I think that is with most teachers who are into NLP. Not every practitioner is the same. And it actually, this is the advantage of retakes. And because we offer retakes, online retakes free and classroom retakes at the very cost plus something, I think they become very, very affordable for people who come. And this is my request. Whenever is the next practitioners are from 22nd to 26th of January, do the retake. So as I told you now, the dates of January is finalized. There I am a procedure, right? And this place is booked for 27th and 28th. Although they are not finalized, there's a pencil booking. So there I am option, a procedure. But when it comes to the flow, a flow cannot be procedural in NLP. A question comes and the flow starts. But yes, the plan is always covered. Finally, is in time and through time.
Match mismatch
Match mismatch. Okay. Match mismatch is also very important. So, but all meta programs are important. There are a lot of other meta programs. We'll get into some meta programs tomorrow when we get into that. Okay, so that's a filter. The next filter is, of course, if I go back to this, beliefs, values, there are some more filters.
But Dada, you did LSIPT
Then I did
after
LSIP.
calibration and
After calibration, I did LSIP.
LSIPT. You
Right. So what I
filter.
need to explain in LSIPT is that these are the building blocks of NLP: language, soma, internal processing, psychogeography, and time. Right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what are values? What are beliefs? What is a value? So for example, if I say that I value you, or if there is, say for example, I'll give a very easy example for everyone to understand that if, for example, walking down the road, I suddenly find there is a 500 rupees note which is lying, right? How many of you will pick it up? How many of you will pick it up? Okay. So I see some hands up and some hands are not up, down. So, Molly, why will you not pick it up?
But I couldn't understand the question, sorry.
Okay. So my question was, if there is a 500 rupees note, a 500 rupees is lying down, is there on the road, how many of you will pick it up and how many of you will not pick it up? So some of you raised your hand, some of you did not raise your hand. So Molly did not raise her hand. So my question is, Molly, why will you not pick it up?
Maybe it's someone's money. They will come and take it.
So what happens if you pick it up?
I'm not interested in others.
You are not interested in others' money. Okay. Okay. So what
Easily available money.
you're so okay. Very interesting. Easily available money, I'm not interested. others' money, I'm not interested. Wonderful. Very good. So what happens if you pick it up? Which belief of yours do you violate? So one belief is others' money,
Others.
I'll not pick up. That's a belief. What value does it represent?
Less interested in others.
What is the value? That's a belief. So Papri, you will pick it up.
I'll pick it up. Yes.
Okay. Why will you pick it up?
So that the money should go to the right person.
And how do you know the right person?
That I do not know, but I'll give a try only.
And if you
I'll
don't
pick
find
it
it,
up
and
and
if you don't find the right person,
I will not find it. This is not my duty and responsibility. I'll pick it up and I'll keep it to the another person, to a shopkeeper or someone like that, to offer it to someone.
okay.
A person, a rickshaw puller or someone like
So
that,
what belief?
or in a mandir or like that.
Got it. So what belief are you satisfying with this action?
What belief? Belief is taking care of valuable things.
Taking care of valuable things.
Yes.
Okay.
Honesty.
Taking care of that. But it's someone else's. Molly said, easy money. You will not be interested.
Yeah, that is also there. I'm not consuming for myself, but
Okay.
I'll help others if,
Okay.
and
Got it,
everything
got
is
it.
depending upon Almighty. He will keep it.
So what is the
Yes,
belief? What is the belief that you are holding?
Belief is to take care of the
take
valuable
care.
things.
And what is the value that you are wanting to address?
Value to help others.
Value to help others. Pravina, you raised your hand. So what is the belief that you are holding? And why will you pick it up? And what is the belief that you are holding that you would pick that up?
Uh, if I will donate it to someone, sir, who is not having anything. So the belief will be like I'm doing the right thing, honest or something like that.
Okay. So your value is honesty, your value is helping others,
Helping others.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if beliefs are the cups, values are the cup holders,
Others.
right? What does it mean? That your beliefs are actually
Depending upon.
depending or build up among your values.
Yes.
However, values and beliefs are less, they're more in consciousness, they're more in our conscious mind than the meta programs. Okay, can values change? Can values change? Okay, Ituki, you say, okay, Ituki, you said yes. Can you give an example or can you explain?
Well, right at this moment, I'm thinking of some instances when some people's values are shattered by some experience, or those are redefined by some new experiences. For example, someone who used to trust people might stop trusting them after an assault or any sad incident or something like that. So I'm not sure whether that goes to belief and values, but I think because both are interlinked, so definitely values and beliefs can change.
Okay, got it. Venkataramu, you also said that you also nodded your head when we said that values can change, beliefs can shift. Can you give an example?
Especially what I experienced related to money when I started earning from my job, and I helped by giving the money to others. But out of 10, 70-80% people couldn't, have not returned the money. The relationships went bad. So whatever the value I had, okay, I need to help others, then that has changed in me based on my experience.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay,
right?
great. Good examples. So thanks, Ituki and Venkatarama. See, we have something called values hierarchy. Values hierarchy, we will not be doing it again here. It's a subject matter of masters. So all of us have values and there is a hierarchy. What does mean? It means that our values, which is the most highest value in the hierarchy, can actually change contextually. Can actually change contextually. And how? I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Say, for example, my value is helping others. My value is helping others. Now, I start going to when I visit a jungle safari. And the car or the jeep in which I was traveling, that leaves me there and it goes away. And I start walking. While walking after some time, I suddenly feel that the water that's there, right, that has absolutely come down. And what I've forgotten to mention is there is another friend of mine who has also been left. So we both are there. Both are there. One of my value is helping others. Now I find that there is slight drop of water which is there. And I feel like actually as if I will succumb to the thirst and to the tiredness. I take that water, the last sip of water. Now here, what is the value that that is now working in me? The value hierarchy which is helping others was above self, has now probably my valuing self has gone up and the value of helping others have gone down. So value hierarchy is a very, very important thing. And it's worthwhile, absolutely worthwhile to understand what our values are. It might be a good work or good plan for you to understand what values we are all living for. And how do we do the values hierarchy? We find out the values and then we start sorting the values that comes subconsciously to us and we can check it. So values hierarchy are there. Now let me come to beliefs. What are beliefs? What are beliefs? Any idea? Any thoughts about beliefs? What are beliefs? If I ask,
Culturally accepted.
sorry, Shorna.
Culturally accepted.
Shorna, you said something.
Culturally accepted belief.
Sorry.
Sir, she is saying culturally accepted. Belief is culturally accepted.
Beliefs are culturally accepted. Okay. Are all beliefs culturally accepted? Is it always that beliefs will be culturally accepted?
No,
Say for
Dada,
example, let me tell you, Shorna. Say for example, when I do not go into a lot of temples because I have to open my shoes, right? Because I feel that wearing my shoes has nothing to do with the respect that I have for my God. That's not culturally accepted, but that's a belief, right? But okay, fine, that's one. Many times we form that belief because it is culturally required, maybe. Maybe not accepted, but required. That becomes a part of our belief, right, Shorna? Maybe That also becomes very important. The way we have been grown up, the way we have learned it from parents, the way we have been taught by our parents, our family members, our culture, society, that becomes a belief. Yes, that is one thing which can happen, that culturally required things can become our beliefs, but not necessarily beliefs are all culturally accepted. Are you getting that? There is a slight difference which I wanted to bring out. Right?
Yes,
Does it make
Dada,
sense, Sharma?
yes.
Okay. Yes, anyone else wants to speak? So what are beliefs? Let me ask this. Are beliefs facts? Are beliefs true? Are beliefs permanent? Are beliefs,
fact.
sorry?
Beliefs are not fact. It's not true.
Beliefs are not facts. What does that mean? Does that mean that beliefs are subjective? If beliefs are not facts, then are beliefs subjective?
Yes.
Okay. What else are beliefs? This is very important for you to understand as NLPers or as mental well-being professionals or students of mental well-being. It is very, very important for us to understand what are beliefs, what are values, what are the filters. So beliefs are not facts, beliefs are subjective. So if they are subjective, can they be changed? Now let me add one more thing. Beliefs are something which the people who are believing in those beliefs, they think it's a fact. That's why, and there are also generalizations. So when Molly says that I should not, it's easy money. Now, what is easy money? I don't know. But according to her, we should not accept, she should not accept easy money. Now, there is a word which she has used that denotes it is a belief. What is that? When people talks, so from nowadays, from now onward, those who are new to NLP, when you listen to people, you will hear them speaking about their beliefs.
I'll not use others' money.
I will not use others' money. There are words which denotes that they are belief. What are they? Molly used one of these words and I repeated those words. What is that word?
It is not my money. Hard earned. Will not earned my
There are some words that denotes belief. What words?
Is this I? Because she said, I will not use.
Okay.
Or the subjective
I
part of
repeated,
it. the
so
subjective.
I repeated that word also. Should.
I should not accept.
Should. Should is a word that denotes belief.
easy money also, she said.
Easy money.
Easy money.
What is easy money according to her, that we have to find out? Should is something that denotes belief. Must is something that denotes belief. Can denotes belief. Cannot denotes belief. These are terms which denotes beliefs. Make sense? How many times have you heard these words from many people? Lot of times. Now, when you listen to them, please understand it is their belief. Parents speak. Where have we learned the beliefs from? Parental figures. So those who have done transaction analysis will know. And others also, our belief formations generally happen between the age of 1 to 6. And of course, post that also they get reinstated, they get formalized, they change also. So beliefs are also one of the filters which play a very, very important role. Superstitions are beliefs. So when we talk of superstitions, they're beliefs. When we talk of, some rules are beliefs, rules that we carry in our life. They are generalizations. When we learn another communication model, meta model, we will understand what generalizations are. Similarly, if beliefs can be changed, Shorna, are you there? I cannot see you for a long time, Shorna. Please come back. So, similarly with beliefs, we have limited beliefs. What are limited beliefs? Oh, acha. No, please go and make. Shorna, jao ke ghum padi esho. Take 10 minutes off, please. Please take 10 minutes off. It's okay. You can switch off your video and take 10 minutes off. It's perfectly okay, Shorna. So beliefs, again, limited beliefs. What are limited beliefs and how does limited belief come up?
Those beliefs which are which are unresourceful for us.
Unresourceful. So generally, mostly 3 types of limited beliefs come up. One is helplessness. That's a limited belief. Agumon. Hopelessness and whatlessness. Primarily, if you see limited beliefs come out and they show up in this way. They show up in this way. I am worthless. I am not worthy of it. I cannot do anything about it. And where have I learned it from? Because someone has told us. So, behaviors are learned behaviors. Beliefs are also learned. However, many of behaviors and beliefs, they are induced in us. It is not really learned. Some of them are induced. Induced through fear. Induced through power. You will be amazed to know.
Induced to respect her.
Induced through respect, power, authority. So they are either learned or they are induced. And when we learn them, we don't even know that it's getting inside us. Unless they are projected through words or behaviors. We will work with limited beliefs. So I would request all of you, maybe for the second or third day, we can work on it. And limited beliefs, as I told you, they are also learned and induced. So many times, Tawhid, I'll come to you. So many times when people say, I'm not worthy, so a question, a very, very important coaching question that we have is, where have you learnt it from? Who has told you? Whose voice do you hear? Whose voice do you hear? I'm hopeless. Who told you? No, I think I'm hopeless. Where did you learn it from? You'll be surprised. All the cases, it will be induced from the parental figures at a very, very tender age. And then patient parents, they take their hands away and blame it on the children. Any child who comes to me for counseling, I first meet their parents.
And Dada, regarding you have told us that all behaviors are depending on 5 wives, 1 husband.
All behaviors,
That
yes.
also you mentioned.
Yes. So they're functional. They're very functional. They're functional to the context.
5W, 1H.
Yeah. You ask behavior, you ask these 5 questions and
Yes.
so you don't label the person, right? He's rude. When was he rude? With whom was he rude? Where was he rude? Which context was he rude? How was he rude?
Where, who, when, what.
I told you the story.
Yes. question who have you learned this?
No, that's generally I'm saying. You don't have to write that, right? So yes, where have you learned it from? So you know a belief, a very, very common belief, I don't know whether it's in Bangladesh. If a cat crosses the road running, the car stops. It will not move. It will wait for another car to move, to cross it, and then they will come. Why? So what was the original path? So in the London countrysides, the cat used to run away and it was seen there was another someone, dog or someone, a person is chasing the cat. So the car stopped to allow the chaser also to go away so that they don't go and hit them. Over a period of time, it has come back, something bad will happen. What bad? They initially thought the bad thing is that the someone who is following up will be hit. It has now become a taboo and now superstitions are followed. Belief. It's a belief. Religion is a belief, is a big belief system. This, if you do not do, God will come and punish you. It's a belief. Right or wrong, I'm not getting into. But it's a belief. So beliefs are what? They're not facts. They're not facts. Beliefs are not facts. They're construed to be true by the believer. And they generalize it and make it a part of them. And their behaviors are actually projected through their beliefs. Amazing, right? Amazing. One of the beliefs, anyone who comes back home after 6:30 is not a good student. I had this behavior, a belief. Why? Because my mother ensured that I reach home by 6:30 or before the light goes off. The public lights are on and the daylight goes off. That was a belief. There's so many beliefs I am probably still holding. However, now that I am aware of it, I challenge them and sometimes I get good results. Limiting beliefs. What are limiting beliefs? What is limiting me in my actions is a limiting belief. Anyone who is a limiting belief with this hopelessness, helplessness, and worthlessness, their words are so strong. They're so painful. So how many of you have beliefs Like you said that helplessness is definitely one of the limiting beliefs, that I'm helpless, right? So how many of you will deal with it tomorrow or day after? You can write down what all limiting beliefs you have and we can work on it. We can definitely work on Shorna's limiting belief that has come out. We can work on Agamuni's limiting. We can work with everyone's limiting belief. All of you can go back and learn limiting beliefs and do the work in the breakout rooms. So we'll have breakout room exercises. You can do that. Okay. Any questions as far as values and beliefs are concerned? Yes.
So you said that superstitions or in that context, any religious belief that we have, they are not facts, and if it depends on person to person. So if I'm I'm telling my personal experience that works. So there is a saying that if you see, actually, you see one for joy and two for sorrow. So right now, right at this moment, I can identify that I have been having this belief because my parents or my sisters have been saying this when I was a child. So right now, even if I understand that seeing one word or two words will not really affect the course of my day, but still there is a stinging feeling inside that will probably make me harp on that belief. So
one Shari.
one Shari.
So you carry the next one, no?
Yes. Sort of.
So whenever you see this one Shalik, you lift that bird. So there is Shalik means there is a bird, Maina, right? If you see one Maina, people say they are not good.
You will have a bad day.
You'll have a bad day. So I was suggesting to Agamani, because she believes in it, she can carry one in her bag. So wherever she sees, one Maina, she can just put it again over there and see. Now she can see both.
Sterling.
But what was the question?
My question was like, even if I am able to identify that this is not how it works, how am I supposed to make myself believe that it is not how it works?
Somehow it has got to subconscious or unconscious like me
Work
also.
on that.
One of my friends, for her help, one of my friend has told, whenever you will see one sterling, you just look at to a crow. It will help.
There was a store when we were kids.
Acha, instead of a sturdy or a Maina, now banana tree is coming.
No,
One
banana
tree, one neem tree, and one crow.
Wow.
Oh, thanks.
not helps me at all.
For me, it's crow.
Okay, fine. So you see how beliefs work, right?
And we used to search for that.
And I believe, every day, if whomever I meet, if they give me 1,000 rupees, my day is done.
And Krishna thinks
And anyone, and I tell,
if he gets to know what will be the opening for tomorrow's stock market, he says.
so there are so many beliefs, right? And beliefs are never true. They're generalization. We all generalize. See how she generalized? If there is a one Maina, the day will be bad. It's a perfect example of generalization. Huge generalization. Right? Okay. Let me go to Tohida. Tohida, some questions you had. Kake bokche kake.
I had a question, but I got my answer actually.
Oh my God. From who?
I repeated to my
No,
life.
you repeated the sentence again, and that's when I got the answer.
Was it related
You were
to
saying that the question was, what are the three limited beliefs? And at the beginning, you said there's something helplessness that I could write, and the other two I could not write. And after some moment ago, you again said hopelessness and worthlessness. That's
Yes.
words I missed. That's why I raised my
Yes,
hand.
yes.
That's why I'm saying I got my answer.
Great. Fine. Fair enough.
I want to intervene here, Dada. Thank you, Tohida. I'm so grateful that you have You are going with my words for today's program. That's all. I'll share something with you later on.
And she asked me something which I'll not tell him. Okay, fine. So the filters meta program. So you see how filters work, right? And I was talking about the coaching and counseling. It has to be there. If someone someone says I'm worthless, I will not believe that this has been actually the experience of someone. There has to be some voice. It can be my own voice. It can be my father's voice. Okay. Yes, Tawhida.
So again, the same question related to limited beliefs. Like if it is someone's core belief, actual real belief that yes, I am worthless, and as much as he or she tries, she cannot come out from this belief. So what to do that?
Okay. So you said something which is very interesting, Tawhida. You said someone's core belief. The person who is believing that he or she is worthless and thinks it's a core belief, I really would like to ask that person how that person has tried, and maybe according to whom is this person thinking that she is worthless? According to whom?
According to herself?
According to herself, absolutely. Absolutely, according to herself. And how specifically does she know that she is worthless?
Because all the life experiences she has been through, or she has come across through
I
her
couldn't get it.
experiences, through her experiences and through her experiences mainly, and the efforts she has given to the uh, the things that she had done before, like in terms of education or job, or relationship, everything.
So
So
everything that she thinks, is according to her. And
yes,
anything that according to her.
she relates her disbelief.
Okay, so I will tell you what. I
When
will
she
tell you what.
gets
Sorry,
back.
I will tell you what. See, there are certain things that she's saying. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. Did anyone get anything of what Tawhida said? Now you have to have very good ears to listen to it. What did she say? She is generalizing. Did you see her power of generalization? All throughout her life. No times that she has been successful. All throughout her life, she has done this. All the people.
Whatever she has done.
Whatever she has done. Every word is a generalization. Now, what is a generalization? I'm skipping the cue. I'm getting into now generalization. Now making you understand what generalization is. What is generalization? That will tell you exactly what is happening here. Generalization is when specific instances are taken and then universalized all over, applied in all instances. Venkataramu, Pravina, Shorna, Ituki, and Agomoni, are you understanding this? I will repeat again. There are specific instances which have been universalized or generalized over all cases. That's why these words, she never said most of the cases. She said all the cases whatsoever, all instances throughout her life. Now, when this happens, and most importantly, core belief. So this is a unique case that happens. Ituki, I'll come to you. Whenever someone sees a room, now listen to this once again. There is a room which has all white marbles, and at the corner there is one tile missing, one marble missing. People who generalize and whose core beliefs are this, their focus will move on to the corner where the marble is missing. Okay. Let me show you this. Just let me put this on.
That's the patterns of quantitative.
What do you see here? What do you see here? One second, sorry.
Square box.
रुक जाओ. खाली तो पीते कुछ. What is there? Hold on. After a long time, I said this. What do you see there?
Square, rectangle.
A dot.
All of you see a dot?
Yes.
No one has seen this white area?
Yes.
Then why did you say that? There is so much of white area, there is only one dot. All of us sees the dot.
Is it called Choto Mon? Sankirno Mona.
Okay, so now this is not narrow-minded. This is the way that we express our experiences. So Tauhida, this is a unique case of generalization. The words that you have used are unique cases, not a single isolation. So this person, Tauhida, has isolated the cases and just set aside the successful stories. Yeah? What is to be done? We will again share stories when we come back to it. But when we speak, we bring out the entire picture. Yes, Ituki.
Thank you for that. So my question was, what's the reason behind calling this limited? I mean, do we aim to project that these feelings, these three feelings like helplessness, worthlessness, hopelessness, limit the functionality of the person, or it's just because of, or there is another reason to call this limited? And what is the difference between a limited belief and core belief?
Okay, core belief is the main belief which on which the other beliefs are there. So when my core belief is, say for example, that I can achieve everything. So my other beliefs will be attached or will be from those core beliefs. When my core belief is worthlessness, my actions will never challenge that belief. Whatever I will do, I will be doing to maintain that belief. The moment I challenge that belief, my core belief is gone. The core what does not remain core. If you believe something, unless you are aware that it's a limited belief or it's not doing well for you, you will continue to do that. And this is called self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. So, Ituki, I'll ask you to ask that question once again. So, helplessness, limiting, hopelessness, and worthlessness, they actually make that person stuck. Stuckness is there. The agility is there. So, I'm hopeless. When I say I'm a hopeless person, what will I do? I will try to maintain that belief. If your beliefs are broken, you become a different person. Your identity changes. Or rather, you need to work on your identity to change the belief. And also remember, Tohida, what did you say? That this girl feels that she is worthless, right?
Yes.
That's an identity, that's not a belief. We will come to neurological levels in some time. There is a difference between identity and belief. Does that make sense, Ituki?
Yes, Tata, but that has led me to another question. So, because values actually give birth to certain beliefs, so what is the difference between a core belief and values? Where do we make that distinction?
It can be used interchangeably. So, for many people, core belief is I am worthless. Okay, that's an identity. My value is, right? If I link that with me, that I cannot do, my value is sit at home. I'm not good for anything. Don't move. There is no point in moving. My value could be respect for others and I am worthless, so I should not tell him and speak to him. Even good to others can be the value. I am worthless, so I will not try this. My value is self-respect. So because I'm worthless, right, I will not go and appear for any interview. I will not talk to anyone because I have self-respect. But my self-respect, my self-image is very low, so I'm not going and talking to others. To maintain and hold that belief of worthlessness and my own crippled self-respect, self-image. So this can be used interchangeably. So honesty is a value. My belief is I should not use others' money. When my core belief is worthlessness, this can be attached to a lot of values. My actions will be related to my values. But I am worthless is an identity, it's not a belief. She thinks it's a core belief, it has now become an identity of hers, which is not true. So in some time, I'll get into neurological levels. So probably it will be more clear at that point of time. Is that clear, Tuki? And when we get into neurological levels, we'll again work that out. But good question. Yes, Imam.
So Dada, I came across a client. His statement was, "No one can fix me."
Speak a little loudly.
So I came across one client, and his statement was, "No one can fix me unless I fix myself."
No one can.
Fix me unless I fix myself.
Fix me.
Oh, no one can fix me unless I fix myself. He's right.
Now, does it fall into the box of limiting belief?
No, I cannot. No one can fix me.
No one can fix me unless
Yeah.
I fix myself.
Yes.
Unless.
So it is a very high confidence. Okay. No one can fix me.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can only fix. It's not a limiting belief. So first of all, there is a presupposition. What is the presupposition?
I may get fixed.
No.
People,
What?
people can think about fixing.
No.
I can fix it myself.
Okay. Okay. Yes. What else? I need to be fixed. That's a presupposition. I need to be fixed, and I can only fix myself. I can only I can fix myself. These are two presuppositions that he's having.
Yes.
So when these presuppositions are there, probably a good dialogue with it is, I do not know, but a good dialogue with him could be that you agree that you need to be fixed. What is that all about? So what is fixed according to you? How specifically you want to be fixed? In what ways can you fix yourself? There are so many meta-model questions that you can. We'll get into that, Mama, but keep it for that
What
time.
do you mean by fixing?
What do you mean by fixing?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right? But you are understanding. So when you are listening to people, listen for cues. All people gives cues. Tawhida has given pearls, gems of cues about that person. We will discuss it. It's recorded. So go through this part after lunch and listen to what Tawhida said and listen to the questions of Ituki and what just Imama said. This moment is something very, very important. You need to know about presuppositions. What are the presuppositions? Not the NLP presupposition. What are the presuppositions? Tomorrow when you come, bring a chocolate. What is the presupposition over here?
Bring us
Tomorrow you are coming.
Correct. Agumani, when you are getting that book, ensure it was a hardcover. What is the presupposition?
You are getting the book.
You're getting the book. So listen to the presuppositions of people. Shorna has mentioned a lot of beliefs about her and presuppositions. We will work on it. So we have not even completed a day, but have you seen how beliefs are coming up, how values are being thrown out, how presuppositions are coming up? Just in this, just more than half a day. So Pravina, you were talking of doing good to women. What was the presupposition that you only work with women? And you had a belief for that also, a reason for that also. You remember? When we first talked?
Yes, sir.
Yes? So
Yes.
presuppositions are very important. And thank you, Imama, for bringing this. Otherwise, probably presuppositions, the meaning of presuppositions would have come later. Okay, fine. So values and beliefs, we have had some discussions. Any should, must, can, cannot. I am, Am is an identity but talks about the beliefs. Am not. Need to. Need to. We need to find out.
Need to, ought to.
Right? So sometimes when you talk to people, their beliefs come out like anything. If you just listen to people, understand their beliefs, it's like an X-ray of that person. It's like an X-ray of a person. The person will not know even.
It has to be like that.
Has to be like that.
Ought to be like that.
Okay? Great. Fine. Any questions? And we will all get into details on from starting from tomorrow. Next, very, very important is another communication model. Another communication model, which is called the meta model. The meta model, the language model, meta model is the language model, right? So let me ask, let me pause over here, and let me ask if there are any questions to be answered, first of all. Then we will move into meta models. Any questions?
In Peters, we discuss this too.
We discussed
Program and beliefs and
values, right? We'll now get into meta models, but before that, let's pause and understand any questions. Agoni বোঝা যাচ্ছে? Sharna, are you understanding? Is it helping you to understand anything, Sharna? Okay, okay,
Yes, Dada.
okay. Ravina?
Yes, sir. And
Venkataramu? Great.
Yes, sir.
Madam Torida? Yes, Venkataramu. Good, okay. Madam Tohida from Sylhet?
Yes, Dada.
Thank
But
you,
I have
sir.
another question.
Yes, please. I'm waiting for your question. চুলটুল ভালো করে বেঁধে নাও তারপরে ঝগড়া
Suppose suppose someone is using these terms like should, must, need to, has to, have to. So, like based on these terms, are we going to like assume that this person has some kind of unresourceful
No,
beliefs?
not, it might not be unresourceful, my friend. Please understand, these are beliefs. These are generalized beliefs. Whether they are unresourceful or not, we don't know. You should eat breakfast. That's very resourceful. You should eat on time. Very resourceful. These are good to have beliefs. Not all beliefs are bad, na Kavita? I have used so many beliefs of mine. One of the beliefs that I have, you have to practice, you have to repeat, you have to come for the practice sessions to retain. So is that an unresourceful belief? And is that why you don't come for the repeat sessions, the practice sessions?
I was waiting for.
Kavita?
Yes, Dada.
Yes, Dada. So you don't come for it because you think they're unresourceful, the practice sessions.
No comments, Dada.
No comments, Dada. Separately, she will speak to me separately.
No.
Okay, no. So, jokes apart, beliefs will be there. If there is a should, it does not mean that it is unresourceful.
So basically, through these statements, which carries these words like should, need to, have to, we can identify whether they are communicating any beliefs or not.
They are communicating beliefs.
That's what. They are communicating.
They are communicating. You should do it is a belief. Right, Tawhida? So if it's a should, must not, they're not unresourceful. It is just that it is a belief. If it is working for you, very good. If it is not working, change it. Why?
It is told early to rise, early to bed.
Early to rise, early to bed. So what is early?
11. According to whom?
According to
11
whom?
a.m.
Okay, fine.
It's a belief. Yeah.
Ashish. Okay, fine. The first model of NLP is what we are going to learn now. It's called meta model. As I told you, language is a code. Language is a symbol of our experience. However, the difference between language and our experience is, and that is one of the reasons for what I will be covering now. Experience, our body, our brain, the way it is projected, they're all 3D. Language is not 3D, language is 1D. Anything which is converted from 3D to 1D, there has to be a lot of changes. If you had seen a scorpion, or if you think of a scorpion, if I tell you, you think of a scorpion, what is actually happening is you are retrieving the memory of a scorpion. And it's in 3D. Right? You're seeing it in 3D. The camera is in 3D, projection is in 3D. Mind is the camera and projector. When you are saying scorpion, it's a 1D. If you start thinking of there is a scorpion there, you might not think of a scorpion. The moment as I think of that scorpion, it's a 3D, but you're converting it to 1D. So now I will present to you a model which is called a meta model. That's quite a important, interesting, and this was the first model of NLP. So this is 55 years old. Okay. So in the beginning of the session, all of us visited a place which we love and like.
Yes.
When you went to that place, you experienced something.
Yes.
Right? Now, say for example, you are visiting a place. Maybe you are just walking down the corridor, going to the main road and standing there. So you have an experience over there. You are experiencing it with your eyes. Right? With the vacuum. This is your sensory representation. Now, what is vacuum for Ituki? Vacuum are the 5 senses: visual, auditory, kinesthetics, olfactory, and gustatory. Visual, eyes; auditory, ears; kinesthetics, skin, feeling inside the body; olfactory is smell, and gustatory is taste. Vacuum. Right? Now, when we experience that, that's the deep structure. Deep structure. That's absolutely what you see in front of. Now, when you think of it, just think of it. You're thinking in language. Your thinking is not the same as the reality. It's different. Now someone calls you up and you are narrating the experience to this person. How are you narrating this? You are narrating this through language. Language includes verbal, non-verbal, both, body language and everything, even sounds, right? When you are narrating it, that's what you are narrating at the structure level. Surface structure. At the surface level. So from the deep structure, you are coming to the surface structure. Now, what you have done is, you are looking at something, just look something at your own room, in your own room, around you. Just look. And once you look, if I now ask you to think, what have you looked at? Is it the same in what you are looking? No. There is a difference. Now, when this is being narrated to someone through language, what are you doing? What are you doing? This 3D is converted into 1D, a language. It cannot be the same as the 3D. Na? Language is the surface structure, is the primary representation of the deep structure. And when you write it, when you are speaking, when you are writing it, that's a secondary interpretation, because what you are interpreting now is the primary interpretation of the language. So let me just get into the deep structure to surface structure. Now, when you are moving from deep structure to surface structure, what you have seen, what you have thought, and what you have said might be absolutely different. Means surface structure will definitely be a part of the deep structure, but not the same. Say, for example, I was standing outside on the road for 10 minutes, and if Papri asked me, Matoda, what did you see? Will I go on narrating for 10 minutes, remembering what I saw? I will just tell her, oh, there was a car, and there was a dog, and there was a cat, and there was a lady who came, and then she was looking for the hotel person, and this is what I will say. So I move from the deep structure to surface structure. When I move from deep structure to surface structure, there is deletion of information. There is distortion of information. This is generalization of information. There is generalization of information. Now, let me give you an example. So, as I went outside on the road, I found the car standing just outside the hotel, and I asked the driver to move the car. But as you know, how elderly drivers are, rude. This person just shouted at me and told me, I can't move the car. However, I went a little ahead and saw dog standing there. There were some cats also here and there. It seems people of this locality are animal lovers. I entered into a cafe over there, which was much better than the previous one where I came. where I went and I sat there, had lovely coffee, and had a nice time reading a book and came out. Now, in this entire narration of mine, what all did you find? So, deletion. What is deletion? Whatever I see or experience, the entire thing is never told. So, and we are lucky, I must tell you. 2 million bits of information are received by us every moment. And we can process, you will be surprised, 7 plus minus 2 informations at any point of time. Out of the 2 million bits of information, we can only process 7 plus minus 2. Otherwise, it will be very overwhelming. Suppose Agumani's mother asks her, what happened today in the classroom? So if you have to really match whatever happened, then probably you will have to talk to her for 8 hours. Will you do that? By the time again, it will be time for you to come for the next class. So you will delete. What is distortion? There are many distortion we will share. I will share with you. So distortion is when you give your own opinion or form an opinion or assume things which might not be the actual case. That's a distortion. And generalization is when universally you apply it to everything, a specific instance, the result or the feeling of a specific instance, you apply to everything. So in my past story, the last story that I explained to you, what are the deletions that I have made?
At exactly what time you entered?
Okay, so listen to this. So all of you, Venkataramu, Pravina, Shorna, Ituki, and Agumuni, understand what is deletion, distortion, and generalization before we get into the depth of it. So deletion is deletion of information. So what all did I delete in my last story, in the story that I narrated? Kiki delete korchi. What all we have deleted? I have deleted.
Exact time.
Please.
So did I tell you the time? I have not told you the time.
The name of the coffee shop.
The name of the coffee shop, did I tell you? No.
No.
Which part of the afternoon did I go out? Did I tell you?
No.
With
No.
whom?
With whom? I did not tell you.
Last time when you had come.
Last time when I had come, which cafe did I visit last? When did I visit? I deleted so much of information.
Type of coffees.
Type of coffee. What were the distortions?
The driver, behavior of the driver.
That was a distortion and distortion. What did I say? So why is it a distortion in Tupi?
You added that the locality probably love animals and
That's a
It is
distortion.
generalization.
That's a generalization also. Yes.
Drivers
And
are
all the
rude.
cab drivers are rude
driver
people.
was
Drivers
how
Drivers are rude.
Yeah.
Generalization.
That's
Generalization.
that's a rule.
Okay. So you have found deletion, distortion, and generalization in the small story that I narrated to you. So
Sir,
we delete, distort, and generalize at any point of time, most of the time. Yes, Venkatana.
sir, can you tell me the examples of distortion here? Distortion I didn't get.
Distortion.
Yeah.
One of the distortions is that, because he shouted at me, so he was rude. So what is shouting is not very clear. He might have spoken to me in a loud voice. That's a distortion.
The shopper shouted at cat because of her empathy, not for rudeness.
He can shout at me because of empathy, not of his rudeness. So I distorted.
Okay.
We will get into the depth of, we will get examples of all these three.
Pet lovers.
Pet lovers. Correct. Pet lovers. Everyone is a pet lover just because I see dogs, and cat there. Understanding? So this is better model. Now we'll get into each part of it. Don't worry. First, get the concept clear. So when we move from deep structure to surface structure, there is division, distortion, and generalization. The short form of this is DDG. So you will, whenever you hear DDG, it is deletion, distortion, and generalization. And as I told you, deletion is very, very common. Because deletion, George Miller is the name of the person, the psychologist, who found out that 2 million bits of information, only 7 plus minus 2 information are processed at any point of time. And I can give an example. I will tell you 10 names, right? And if I ask you to repeat the 10 names, unless you link the name some way, you will remember from 5 to 7 names maximum. Unless there's, of course, there's exceptions, there are exceptions, but they must have practiced. So, and also, one of the factors over here is, so if I say deletion, distortion, and generalization, then why is it important to know this model? So when John Brander and Richard Bandler were sitting in front of these people, right, they found that DDG is a way. So what is happening? We are deleting distortion and generalizing when we are moving from deep structure to surface structure, right? Right? Now, if we need to move from surface structure to deep structure, we will find out, we would want to find out what has been deleted, what has been distorted, what has been generalized.
Yes. My question.
And how do we do that? So let me ask Pravina. So when we speak from deep structure to surface structure, through language, of course, surface structure is through language, we delete, distort, and generalize. If we want to come from surface structure to deep structure, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? Agomani? So from deep structure to surface structure, we are deleting, distorting, and generalizing. Now, if we have to find out what has been deleted, distorted, or generalized, what do we have to do?
We have to find the
You need to
details.
ask right questions.
Right question.
Correct. We have to ask right questions. We have to ask some pertinent questions. And these questions are called meta-model questions. So when we have to come down from surface structure to deep structure, we will ask meta-model questions. Clear? And after T, we'll go for T now. It's 4:15. We come back after 20 minutes at 4:35. Right? Suhaiba, घूम वैसे
দাদা ও সিক, আমার দুইটা বাচ্চাই অসুস্থ, বড়টার হ্যান্ড ফুট মাউথ ডিজিজ হয়েছে, ওরও ফিভার, সেম র্যাশ আর লেফট আইতে ক্যালাজিয়ন হয়েছে।
Oh, Take care, Shorta. Take care. You can switch off your video and be there. It's okay. Take care of them.
কি কষ্ট হ্যান্ড ফুট মাউথে।
Please take care. Please take care. I'm so sorry.
পুরো খাওয়া বন্ধ হয়ে যায় না?
So we come back at 4:35, right? And we come back and get into meta models, and then we get into neurological levels. Okay, thank you. Any questions? First of all, any questions to ask? You can ask me. Okay, ask me after we come back. When we come back from that.